Today on the Topping Show, Ford Motor Company lost $132,000 per EV sold in Q1. Piers Morgan interviews the girl who shoved a camera in Alec Baldwin's face and is equally as insufferable. New Mexico school hosted a drag show stripper. White House AR-15 ban on social media is ratioed by Brandon Herrera, the AK guy. Kamala Harris, Secret Service member, has a fight with another one and has the DEI topic trending. IBM acquires HashiCorp for $6.5 billion. And Ring to pay users $5.6 million as part of a settlement to the FTC. All of that and much more on The Topping Show. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of The Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. I gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, you see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now going over to the business part of the podcast, you have Ford Motor Company lost $132,000 per EV sold in Q1. Also known as terrible. Even their competitors aren't doing this bad. With Rivian, they were losing about $44,000 last fiscal quarter. We were learning about them. Now, this comes to us thanks to LinkedIn News, and they again say this by Kara Reinhardt, and she says that Ford Motor Company lost an average of $132,000 for every EV sold last fiscal quarter, and that, of course, hurt its earnings. They say, but the company beat estimates on the strength of the truck sales in its commercial division. The gasoline-powered ones, the powerful ones, the profitable ones, yeah, Ford Motor, thank God for gas, because that's the only reason Ford is making a profit. Now, overall, the EV division is a hurting. The EV unit lost $1.32 billion and sold 20% fewer vehicles than a year earlier. Yeah, there's a reason they cut down their battery production by 40%. They just actually built a battery plant. They started it last year, and then the EV slowdown started to occur, and they immediately said, oh yeah, we're going to scale that down dramatically because the consumers don't want it. That being said, the government still might force it upon us, unfortunately. Now, Ford said that they're still projecting an annual increase in annual revenue in 2024. Oh, is that because you're going to sell fewer vehicles but at a higher price point? They say they have strong sales of hybrids, and the hybrids are a top priority for Ford, which, again, Toyota read the room perfectly. They were the only company that really didn't jump on the EV bandwagon, and instead, Toyota invested heavily into hybrid technologies, which, granted, I would never buy either because it's a terrible hunk of junk that'll break after 7 years, in part due to the expensive battery that'll have to cost thousands of dollars, which is why I would always buy an internal combustion engine with 3 pedals, also known as manual transmission, also known as the most fun you'll ever have, bar none, and it can be repaired by your local mom and pop shops. You're not locked in like smartphone, but I partially digress. It will be interesting to see, can Ford actually make a profit on their EV segment? There's a F-150 Lightning, which is a vehicle enjoyed by hundreds across the U.S. That's kind of a joke because, yeah, it pales in comparison with F-150 gas-powered truck because that's one you can actually, use for towing and actually working. So let me know. I mean, GM says they project to make an EV profit by the end of 2024. They'd be one of the first to get to that point, Tesla being perhaps the most famous one. Truth be told, I don't think anyone else has hit the profitability point yet. But would you ever buy a Ford? I remember I almost threw up in my mouth saying it. They had the Mustang E-Mach, which, again, is a bastardized cousin of the Mustang. The only thing they stole was the logo. It has nothing to do with the good old pony car that you and I know and love with the good old V8 and a stick shift. Can't beat that combo. Instead, it's a ugly-looking SUV, which sold a little bit, and then you had the F-150 Lightning, which sold a little bit. There's a couple enthusiasts who appreciate it. Anecdotally speaking, I've seen one. No, actually, no, 2 in the past about year. Now, granted, I'm also, in Texas, where people like to use trucks, they're in Texas, gotta use the right pronunciation, where people enjoy using the trucks on ranches, actually hauling stuff, which, again, would be the antithesis of an EV. So let me know in the comments, do you think Ford will actually cut their losses? Do you think they'll actually make a profit by the end of the year? Doesn't seem that way, but as always, let me know in the comments. It'll be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, leave us a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It was a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.